If you've ever scrolled through fitness advice online, it's a lot. You probably hit a wall.
Oh, absolutely. One day it's all marathons. The next day it's all about lifting heavy.
Exactly. And you're left wondering, what's the best way? Or maybe more importantly, what's the right way for me?
That's the key question.
Well, today on the deep dive, we're aiming to cut through some of that noise.
Yeah, get to the core of it.
We've gathered a whole stack of sources, scientific papers, fitness blogs, expert videos, to really unpack aerobic versus anaerobic exercise.
The fundamentals.
Right. And our mission here, for you listening, isn't just definitions. It's about understanding why this stuff matters for your goals.
Whether that's fat loss or endurance or muscle.
Or even brain health. We're going to connect those dots, uncover some pretty surprising things, actually, so you feel genuinely informed.
Sounds good.
We'll touch on how your body fuels itself, with oxygen, without it, this whole afterburn effect idea, and how different exercise hits different muscle fibers. And yeah, even your brain. Let's get into it.
Okay, so the body's energy systems are, well, they're pretty smart. When we say aerobic, we literally mean with oxygen.
Right, air.
Exactly. This is your body's long-haul system. It's for sustained, moderate effort. It uses oxygen really efficiently to turn carbs, fats, even some protein into ATP.
ATP, that's the energy currency, right?
That's the one. And this whole process happens inside the mitochondria, the little power plants in our cells.
Okay, so with oxygen sounds really efficient, like a slow, steady burn. What does that mean for, how we use the energy, how long it lasts?
Well, you nailed it with efficient. It can produce a lot of ATP, and crucially, it can keep doing it for a long time.
Right.
That steady energy supply makes it perfect for burning fat over longer periods. And for endurance stuff, running, cycling, swimming, even just getting through a busy day without crashing.
Gotcha. So that's aerobic. What about the flip side, anaerobic?
So anaerobic means without oxygen. This system is for the short, sharp bursts. High intensity.
Like sprinting.
Exactly. Sprinting, heavy lifting, that final push up a hill. It makes ATP much, much faster, but way less of it overall.
Ah, okay.
It uses pathways that don't need oxygen, giving you power really quickly. Think efforts lasting just a few seconds up to maybe 2 minutes.
And that's where you feel the burn, lactic acid and all that.
That's often a byproduct, yeah.
Yeah.
That familiar muscle burn comes from one of the anaerobic processes kicking into high gear.
So aerobic is the marathon runner, anaerobic's the sprinter. Makes sense. But anaerobic, it sounds intense but short-lived. Are there benefits beyond just pure power that people might miss?
Oh, absolutely. It's fantastic for building muscle and strength, obviously, and that explosive power. But it's also a major player in fat loss.
Really? How so, if it's so short?
It cranks up your metabolism, and it creates something called the afterburn effect.
Yeah.
Basically, your body keeps burning extra calories even after you stop the workout.
Ugh. The famous afterburn. Okay, yeah, you hear that term everywhere. Can you break that down? Especially thinking about fat loss, given these different ways the body fuels itself?
Sure. So both types help with fat loss, but in different ways. Aerobic exercise, remember, uses fat during the activity.
Right, the steady burn.
Exactly. And because you can do it for longer, you're constantly tapping into those fat stores.
Yeah.
The calorie burn per minute might seem lower than a sprint, but do it for 45 minutes. That adds up to significant calorie expenditure.
Okay, makes sense.
Anaerobic, on the other hand, it's mainly burning glucose sugar for that quick energy during the burst. But it burns a ton of calories in that short, intense period.
Okay.
And then comes the afterburn, EPOCO excess, post-exercise oxygen consumption. After that intense anaerobic effort, your body has to work hard to recover.
Recover how?
It needs more oxygen to replenish its stores, repair muscle tissue, clear out metabolic waste. All that recovery work takes energy. It burns extra calories.
So that's when it starts tapping into fat stores more, post-workout.
That's a key part of it, yes. That extended calorie burn post-exercise contributes significantly, and fat is a major fuel source for that recovery process.
So it's like you get the immediate calorie burn and then this delayed fat burning bonus. That sounds powerful.
It is, and it really highlights why combining them can be so effective.
Right, like HIIT, high intensity interval training.
Exactly. HIIT is a perfect example. You've got those short, intense anaerobic bursts followed by lower intensity aerobic recovery periods.
So you get the best of both worlds.
Pretty much. You maximize the calorie burn during the workout from the intensity, and you significantly boost that afterburn effect, leading to better fat utilization overall, plus great cardiovascular benefits.
Interesting. Okay, moving beyond fat loss. Muscle fibers. I hear about slow twitch, fast twitch.
Ooh.
What's the difference there and why should we care?
Yeah, that's another fundamental piece. Your muscles have, broadly speaking, two main fiber types. Type 1 are your slow twitch fibers.
Slow. So endurance.
Precisely. They're super efficient at using oxygen to make ATP for continuous lower force contractions. Think posture muscles, or the muscles you use for that long run or bike ride.
Okay.
They're fatigue resistant, they can go and go. They're key for aerobic fitness and improving your heart and lung capacity.
And the other type, fast twitch.
Yep, type 2, fast twitch. These are built for speed and power. Quick, forceful contractions needed for sprinting, jumping, lifting heavy weights.
So that's the anaerobic side again?
Mostly, yes. They generate force rapidly, which is crucial for building muscle size, strength, and speed. The downside,
I get tired faster.
much faster than slow twitch. They burn through energy quickly.
Okay, so aerobic works the endurance fibers, anaerobic hits the power fibers. That paints a really clear picture. But thinking about that intensity, how often can you actually do these different types? Can you just go all out anaerobic every day?
Probably not the best idea for most people. Aerobic exercise is generally moderate intensity. It's less taxing on muscles and joints.
Easier to recover from.
Generally, yes. Less recovery time needed, which is why you can often do aerobic activity daily or close to it without necessarily risking burnout or injury. It leads to that steady progress in fitness and potentially weight management.
Right.
Anaerobic workouts, though, they demand a lot more energy and effort. That intensity is great for building strength and power, but it means your body needs more downtime to repair and adapt.
So overdoing it is a risk.
Definitely. Pushing intense anaerobic workouts daily without enough recovery can lead to overtraining, injuries, and actually worse performance.
So balance is key.
Absolutely. Mixing it up through the week is usually the way to go. Maybe an HII session one day, a brisk walk, or easy cycle the next. Or even combining them in one workout, like fartlek training.
Fartlek, like speed play.
Exactly. You just mix in faster bursts with slower recovery periods as you feel, like during a run. It's less structured than HIT, but achieves a similar blend.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's talk heart health for a second. VO2 max, that term gets called the gold standard of fitness. What exactly is it?
Right, VO2 max. So VO2 is just the volume of oxygen your body uses. VO2 max is the maximum amount of oxygen your body can take in and effectively use during really intense, all-out exercise.
How's it measured?
Usually in milliliters of oxygen per kilogram of body weight per minute. And yeah, it really is considered the benchmark for aerobic capacity or cardiorespiratory fitness.
Why is it so important? Is it just for elite athletes?
Well, it's crucial for endurance athletes, sure. A higher VO2 max means they can sustain harder work for longer. But it's hugely important for everyone.
How so?
A higher VO2 max means your heart, lungs, and circulatory system are better at delivering oxygen, and your muscles are better at using it. This translates directly to lower risk of cardiovascular disease, better metabolic health, even longevity.
Wow, longevity.
Yeah, studies show it's actually a more powerful predictor of mortality risk than things like obesity or high blood pressure. It's a really strong indicator of overall physiological health.
Okay, so it's not just about gym performance, it's about fundamental health. How do we improve it then?
The best ways involve, perhaps unsurprisingly, a mix of endurance training and high-intensity work.
Like HIIT again?
Yep, HIIT is very effective. Those intervals pushing close to your maximum effort followed by recovery really challenge and improve your body's oxygen uptake and utilization. Sprint interval training, or SIT, with even shorter all-out bursts works too.
And the endurance side.
Longer steady-state cardio, like running or cycling at a moderate pace for 30, 60 minutes or more, builds your aerobic base. It improves the underlying machinery, you could say.
So mixing it up again seems like the answer.
It generally is. A combination approach, balancing those high-intensity sessions with regular endurance work, tends to give the best results for boosting VO2 max without overdoing it.
This is fascinating. Okay, one more huge area of brain health. We always focus on the physical, but how do aerobic and anaerobic exercise affect our minds differently?
This is such a cool area of research. Let's start with cardio, aerobic stuff. Within about 30 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise, you get this surge of feel-good chemicals in your brain. Dopamine, serotonin.
The runner's high, kinda.
Sort of, yeah. That immediate mood boost. But more than that, regular cardio actually strengthens the connections between the part of your brain handling emotions, the prefrontal cortex, and your brain's alarm system, the amygdala.
What does that do?
It leads to better emotional regulation, basically. You become more resilient to stress over time. Consistent cardio significantly lowers the risk of anxiety and depression.
That's huge, just from moving more aerobically.
Hmm.
Okay, so what about strength training, anaerobic work?
Strength training's brain benefits have maybe been historically overlooked a bit, but they're really significant. Those short, intense bursts trigger different responses.
Like what?
They stimulate specific growth factors in the brain, particularly ones involved in helping brain cells survive and thrive, and in enhancing synaptic plasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections and learn.
Wow, okay.
And it seems particularly good at reducing inflammation in the brain, lowering key inflammatory markers. Since chronic inflammation is linked to depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline, that's a really important benefit.
So it tackles inflammation directly. Any other cognitive perks?
Yeah, there's growing evidence it boosts executive functions, things like planning, focus, task switching, and it seems to help with memory too, especially as we get older.
So it really isn't a case of one being better for the brain, is it?
Not at all. They seem to offer distinct complementary benefits, like different tools.
How would you summarize the difference?
Well, for that quick mood lift, cardio might have the edge. For long-term emotional resilience, both are great. But maybe cardio is stronger for anxiety, while strength training really builds self-esteem, confidence,
Okay.
and for thinking skills. Cardio is often linked to memory and learning speed, while strength training seems particularly potent for executive function and attention.
So the combo wins again.
It really seems that way. Combining both aerobic and anaerobic exercise likely offers the most comprehensive package for brain health. And of course, none of this works in isolation. Consistency, good sleep, nutrition, they're all part of the picture.
What a journey through how our bodies work. So let's try and wrap this up. The big takeaway seems to be there's no single best exercise. It's not that simple.
Definitely not. It's more like a spectrum of activities, and each part of that spectrum has its own unique, valuable benefits.
Right. And the real power comes when you understand how aerobic and anaerobic work and why you probably want both in your routine.
Exactly. Aerobic exercise, your walks, runs, cycles, swims, that's your champion for endurance. It's fantastic for sustained fat burning, tapping into those fat reserves.
And crucial for heart and lung health, boosting that VO2 max, which we now know is a massive indicator of overall health and even how long you might live.
Absolutely. It's fundamental.
And then you have anaerobic exercise sprints, lifting weights, those intense bursts. That's where you build muscle, raw strength, explosive power.
And don't forget that incredible afterburn effect, keeping your metabolism humming and burning extra calories long after you've finished.
Right, the bonus burn.
And the brain benefits. Let's not gloss over those. Cardio gives you that immediate mood boost, helps manage stress long term.
While strength training tackles brain inflammation, sharpens your focus, your executive function. Distinct jobs.
Distinct and complementary. Combining them really seems to be the smartest strategy for hitting all the bases: fat loss, muscle gain, heart health, and brain resilience.
So for everyone listening, when you're thinking about what to do, consider what you actually enjoy, first off.
Crucial for consistency.
Yeah. What are your specific goals right now? And what realistically fits into your life? Because showing up consistently, that's where the magic happens.
Couldn't agree more.
So maybe a final thought to leave people with. When you think about everything your body is doing, adapting, getting stronger, protecting your brain with every single workout, every breath.
That's pretty amazing.
It really is. Maybe the best workout isn't just about the physical changes we see, but about rediscovering that incredible connection between mind and body, that synergy. So the question for you is, what unique combination of aerobic and anaerobic work will you try this week to really feel that connection?